Hey everyone, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, much appreciated. I am Richie and this is Six String Fun. I've been meaning to do this song for quite a while now. Finally got my act together and did it. This particular tune, it's really popular, if not one of the most popular tunes within the surf music world community. From the, I believe it was 1966 movie, The Endless Summer, by Bruce Brown. This is the Endless Summer theme. Which was done by the Sandals back in, I guess it was 66, roughly. I think that's the year. So if you haven't seen the movie and just, even have a little interest in surfing, I mean, I don't surf, but I always kind of dug the scene. It just follows the travels of two guys kind of looking for the perfect wave traveling the world in this film. So it's really cool. There was a sequel many years later, The Endless Summer 2, which was scored by Gary Hoey. So you got to check both out. This one from the first movie, The Endless Summer, and this is the Endless Summer theme by the Sandals. So we're going to get into this one. Hopefully you like it. If you do like it, just hit the like button, share with your friends. That's all I ask. It goes a long way. But we'll get into this one and the chord shapes, and we'll get into it again in a little more detail. To kick it off, we got a D and a C. We go G, A, D, and a B minor. There's an E thrown in there, and then we got an F chord in there as well with some really cool fills. I would suggest, as far as tone for this, a guitar tone, you want to go cleanish. Sometimes too clean isn't great. So what we want to do is go clean, maybe with just a little bit of dirt on it. But you want to kind of give it some reverb, maybe a little bit of, not even delay, just kind of give it that reverb sound. Just kind of sounds like that old Fender type of reverb going. So, but check it out. We'll get into this one. Hopefully you like it, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so let's get right into this one. Chord structure fairly simple, but it's just kind of the way it kind of weaves in and out, a couple different keys. It makes it a little bit difficult at times, but it's fairly straightforward. So let's get into the chords first. The chords that we need for this one are going to be your basic open chords, aside from maybe one bar chord. Actually, I take that back. There's a couple bar chords, but we only touch them once in a while. The intro is going to be a D and a C. Okay. When we change it up, we're going to a G, to an A, to a D, and here's where one of those bar chords comes to B minor. All right, and then from there we're going to repeat G, A, D, to an E, and then there's one more change or modulate. It's going from a G to an F. And I don't know if that might only be done once, maybe twice back to back, but that's it. So let's take a closer look at everything here now. We'll go through the intro. We'll go through some of the lead lines basically, and you should have at least a good blueprint for it basically. Okay. So what we're doing is we're coming in on a D and a C. Okay, the D open chord, cowboy chord, and a C open chord as well. We're gonna play the D root. So it's the open 4 string to the 3rd string. Okay? And then we just give that strum pattern. So you're doing the same thing for those two chords. String, string, chord. String, and then for the C chord, we go from the 5th string to the 4th. Swinging and missing on that one root note right there. And you don't realize it, but that 2-chord pattern is going to play for quite a while before it even changes. So the intro to the tune, the D, C, play that 2 full times. We're going to come back 3rd time to the D. And just as you're kicking in that 3rd time on the C, that first lead comes in. So it'll kind of, the timing should be this. And you'll hear this as you listen to it. So with this first run, first 2 strings, 7th fret on the E, 8th fret on the B, and I slide into it. And I'm going to move on the same 2 strings, 5 and 7. We're going to go up to the B and the G string, 8 and 9. I'm going to bar across the 7th on those 2 strings. So far, right? Back to that 8 and 9. And you sort of dig in for this next one. You could almost hear yourself going through the fretboard on that one for some reason. So we're going to hit it, strum, and then the slide. So all together. And change it up. Back to the beginning. Now while this is going, while you're doing this, this is still playing. Okay, that's going to continue. Then we come to the first, change, modulation, whatever you want to call it, to the G chord, to the A, to the D, to the B minor. Let's repeat it. G, to the A, to the D, to the E. Now E minor, but it's a full E as far as I can hear. All right, so, and we're going to just pick those chords the same way. Root. So you're seeing the pattern here. Two picked notes, then you're strumming that chord, okay? You're going to see it for the entire song, I think. Now, while this is being played, well, actually, let me go back. I skipped an entire part here. During that C and that D, all right, D and C, there's this line that's going. Repeat it. Whoop. So, I've seen it played different ways. I like using just the open strings, everything in the first position. You could play it different ways. I'm going, so open D, open A. So, open on 4, 2 on 4, 2 on 4, 3 on 5. On the 4th string, 2, 4, 2, 4 open. And then I do the same thing, but I slide into it. 2, 4, 2. So all together. Okay. Open on 4, 3 on 5, and then a little hammer and pull. And then pull it off to the open A string. So all together slowly, if I can do it slow. Repeat it. Now this is where it changes the chords to the G. We just went over G, to the A, to the D, to the B minor. Repeat that. A, to the D, to the E. While this is being played, we're kind of doing something different here. So, and again, I skipped the whole other part because there's so many parts of the song. Before we even get to that, over this D and C, there's another riff underneath there. It's very similar to this. But it's all going to be done, at least I do it all on the first string. So bear with me here. Going off of memory on this. But as you do it, there's all these little intricate pieces that make the song what it is. We did the first fill. Here's the second fill under the same chord progression. All right? 10 to... So 10 we slide up on the first string. To the 5. So that goes 10, 12, 8. So altogether, 10 slide up to the 5, 10, 10, 12, slide up to the 8, 12, 14, slide to the 10, 12, 14, 12, repeat it. Oop. To the 10, to the 8, hammer and pull, to the 5. All right, so again, slowly, 10 to 5, 10, 12, 8, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14, 12, again. To the 10. And I get myself into position just like this because I'm getting ready for those hammers and pulls right there. To the 5. All right. Now we're getting to the G, A, D, finally. Same rhythm. So this is kind of being played with I can't remember what it's called. Melodica, I think it is. It could be wrong or right on that one. It's basically a harmonica or a wind instrument, you know, like with reeds, but has like a bit of a keyboard style to it. So you got to look that up. It's pretty interesting. So what I'm playing there is. That run works with this chord progression. G, A, D to the B minor. So 3 on the 2 string, on the B string, open. Back to that same note, open E. 2 on the B string, so all together. Open E. 2 on the E. Back to the 3 on the 2nd string. And it ends with the 2, 3, 4 on the G string. And it ends on a B note, actually, which corresponds to that B minor. Okay? And we're going to repeat it, but the flow changes a little bit. You're going to hang on to some notes more than you would the others. So the key is ending on that open E. So we did the first part, here's the second part. All right, again, that's being played over this. And the turnaround there, we're back to the D. One more change with the chords, and I play the full bar chords just to give it some life. I'm going to a G, to an F. I think it's played back to back twice, and that's it. And all I'm doing is I'm taking the same shape we did here on these the 4 and the 5 strings, and I'm just bringing it down to the 3 and the 4. I believe that riff is played only once. So listen to the song. You'll hear it. It's very distinct. And we're kind of. So that's the bones to the song, and you'll hear these fills all over. Wrong notes free of charge. All right. And then and the song kind of just continues that, and it ends how it begins, how it began, basically. And then from there, And then I think the only subtle difference, again, and that line repeats. And then it goes back to, and it'll fade out. So, but this is kind of the structure of the song. You've got to listen to it just to kind of put everything into perspective there. But that's how I break it down. If you hear it, and actually there might be like an official song or official video that the Sandals did put out. I don't know how long ago or when. A lot of these, they're doing it on single string as well. It's up to you. I just kind of like doing everything in this first position. It makes it easier with the sliding, or lack of, I should say. But I do like doing it up here, you know, the higher register. You kind of get into those slides. Right? So that's the tune. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you liked it. If you did like it, hit the like button. It really does go a long way. It's much appreciated. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And I shall see you on the next video. Take care.